277 kilometres from Alice and 1 kilometre from the South Australian border, and the road's starting to take its toll on Nick. Even though Nick and Phil felt they'd achieved something by reaching the border, it was sobering to realise they'd only come a fifth of the way. It was a bit of an anticlimax, but it put the enormity of the task into perspective. They'd picked up a lot of rubbish, hadn't made that much money, and felt daunted about what was to come.
More often than not, it was never an easy task to pick up a stubby or a can. For one, the wind blows them under bushes or around trees, not to mention having to continually throw the increasingly heavy bag back over your shoulder. When you're out here, more than 100 kilometres from anywhere, you've got no alternative but to keep walking, even if your feet are killing you.
It's pretty hard to keep your shoes on when your ankles are growing blisters the size of 20-cent pieces. The crossing into South Australia does have its pluses. There's legislation for compulsory drink container deposits for one, so there's an incentive not to drop rubbish. But because some people still do, there's real money to be made by a couple of enterprising blokes. The next leg was a tough 160 kilometres to Marla, where it's easy to come unstuck. The pair passed many motorists who did just that, because they didn't have the nous to fill up with petrol or water or carry a spare fan belt. The Stuart Highway, like any endless outback road, gets to you after a while, plays on your mind.
Yeah, the old man always reckoned I was going to wind up on a garbage run. He'd get a laugh if he could see me now.
It's strange being in the middle of nowhere, with just your thoughts and no chance for the rat race to cloud them. He wanted to be known simply as Al, a young bloke who was making his way back to South Australia after a season's prawn fishing out of Darwin. He offered to look after the truck in return for a lift beyond Cooper Pedy. It's dry, dirty and dusty when Phil reaches the end of his 25-kilometre walk to pick up the bike. Now he has to ride the same distance again to meet up with Nick. The 25cc brush cutter motor is standing up to it pretty well. At only 50 cents for every 25 kilometres, it's a real money saver. Which is important because they now have 3 mouths to feed on a budget set for 2. All the same, thanks to Al, Phil no longer has to ride back to the truck and collect the 80 or so bags that he and Nick have filled along the way.